Hello everyone, it's Noel and today I am bringing you Hydreigon. Now this is going to be the last part of my three-part kind of series that I'm doing for my friend Jake. I'm really happy that he kind of challenged me to do this because I really did enjoy how they ended up turning out. I mean, my goal in the end is to draw all of the Pokemon anyway, so, regardless, they had to be drawn at some point or another. Didn't think I'd be drawing them this soon, but I am glad that I did. I can't remember how late at night I was drawing Hydreigon because I know it was a little bit late, and I kind of think that it did kind of show in my work because I wasn't really measuring as well as I normally do. And when I finally compared the original artwork with my artwork, while I liked the shading that I did much better than the original artwork, a lot of my sizing was really out of proportion, and I was kind of a little disappointed with myself, even though I really did like how much more fierce my Hydreigon did turn out. I feel like the original artwork makes it look more cartoony. I mean, yes, it definitely is, a cartoon, it's from an anime, blah blah blah. But I have set myself up to kind of my own standard, so seeing that being a little bit lowered whenever I'm doing my artwork, I kind of get a little bit disappointed with myself. But you know what they say, you're your own worst critic. This was also kind of a challenge as far as the foreshortening went with its left arm. Because of how the left arm is extended, I did have to try and really think about its placement. Even though, I did have the reference image, it's always been hard for me to try to see in my mind's eye how something is supposed to look. So foreshortening for me is something I'm going to have to work on for sure, especially in some later artwork that I'm going to be doing soon. I do want to expand, like I have said, I do want to expand more into other fandoms as well, not just Pokemon. Even though Pokemon has definitely been a really great foothold, a really great stepping stone, a refresher for me to not only build up the medium that I like to work with right now, but also to get my foot wet in this kind of world of YouTube. It's been really nice and relaxing just figuring out the whole watercolor thing again. It's been over a year since I've worked with this technique, so it's been a really nice refresher for me. Unfortunately, my head does make it into a lot of these shots. I don't know what was wrong with my camera setup, or maybe it was because I was having trouble seeing. Like I said, sometimes I do my artwork pretty late at night, normally on the weekends. So this must have been the case because I know when I get more tired, I start to lose a lot of focus, especially with my eyesight. I have, not the best eyesight, so working up close sometimes is a challenge for me, at least when it comes to finer details in highlighting or making sure that I'm coloring within the lines and things like that. I really did enjoy doing the shading for this. I think because it has more surface area, maybe more of a workable surface, I was able to really get a good gradient down, especially in its abdominal area. That's probably my favorite part to really look at. So I still haven't beat Pokemon Moon. It's been a couple weeks since it's come out, and I'm still kind of dragging my feet. I don't know how you guys play video games, but I'm one who really takes their time and is like really chill. So when I found out, who was it? There was an artist on YouTube. I think it was Chris. I'll have to link him. He's been drawing the entire span of every Pokemon ever, and he's been doing a lot of live streams. So the one night I did join his live stream, and it was right before Thanksgiving here in America, and he said that he had beat the entire game in 2 days. And I'm just like blown away because, I mean, I do work a 40-hour job and it does take, you know, obviously it takes up a lot of my time. It's 40 hours a week. But it's just like, holy moly, people breeze through this like it's nothing. And here I'm just enjoying the scenery. I'm enjoying the new technical aspects of the game. I'm enjoying the beautiful, like, it's such a great game that I don't really want it to end. And where am I at right now? Well, I'm recording this like in the middle of December, and let me think, where am I at in the game? Oh, I'm just before like the Elite Four, I guess, whatever that is supposed to be. So I'm at Mount Lunicala, I think is what it is. And yeah, I'm taking my time, guys. When I finally did finish Hydreigon, I sent it to my friend. He really liked it, but then I started really examining it, and like I said, it's just proportionally not correct. Like, it just, I'll have the reference image down below of, you know, obviously I always do that, but you make your own comparisons compared to this, but I could do better, and I really want to try doing this again and really take my time. I think I was just in this zone of, you know, I have to get this done. This has to get done. I gotta get this all, you know. And that's not really what art's all about. Art, for me, is about taking my time, getting it done right, being patient, especially since I'm working with watercolors, since you have to kind of let the watercolor dry. You don't necessarily have to let it dry. You can just bounce around and work on another area while one is drying. You could do that too. Or you can lay colors on top of each other while the paint is still wet, but that's not something I like to do because I experience a lot of bleeding because I'm very impatient. Aside from doing the proportions, the hardest thing for me sometimes is figuring out where I want my shading to be. And for Hydreigon, I was trying to figure out what light source I wanted. And sometimes I don't usually take the light source that's from the original artwork. Like, say if the original artwork, the light source is coming from the right, I might, you know, flip it and do mine from the left. So then I have to figure out where the sun is hitting certain parts of the Pokemon's body. And, you know, I like to do little challenges like that for myself because then I have to really think about where my lighting is coming from. And since I like to tend to work with my lightest values first, say I think in this drawing I used blue first, so then I have to try and figure out where that's gonna lay, and then, you know, put on the blue, or not the blue, the red, and then the black, or whatever I'm working with, and then, you know, it all comes together in the end, and I think that's the fun part. Overall, I'm pretty pleased with how Hydreigon came out. I still have to breed one, you know, for competitive purposes, even though I actually don't battle them competitively. But yeah, I do want to come back to this at some point, maybe in a different pose or something, and I really want to do this with a lot more patience. Definitely take my time with it, size it proportionally well. I don't know, guys. What do you think? I want to thank you guys so much for joining me for Hydreigon, and tell me what you think down below. Should I, you know, come back to this at some point? It's gonna bug me. It's really gonna bug me. So I hope you guys have an awesome day, and I'll catch you next time.